Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's W-O-R-I-M-I, on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. I know I'm on late today. My voice kept telling me to hold on, not yet, not yet. They're still telling it to me, but I'm doing readings anyhow because there's some stuff I wanted to look at. So I'm expecting over the next 12 hours or so, there will be some breaking news. Let's see how it goes. So I took the opportunity to get my veggie garden beds ready for the autumn planting in a couple of weeks' time. Just means putting in composts and manures, etc., which I then need a couple of weeks to settle before I put the seeds and the garlic and all that sort of fun stuff in. Okay, what I want to have a look at using my Golden Universal Tarot is Trump's lawyers have put in an appeal in regards to his 454 million, over half a billion, nearly half a billion ruling by Judge Engeron in regards to the New York fraud case. Of course, the two boys are also appealing as well because, to be honest, they don't got the money, and if Trump all goes down, they ain't got any money either. Eric might find himself on the end of a concrete shovel. So apparently its interest is accumulating at the rate of about 112,000 a day now on various cases. Now, what's happened is it's also compounding. So if I don't pay it today and another 112,000 go on, I pay it on the figure plus 112,000. So therefore, every day the interest will go up. Now, his lawyers have gone to the appeals court based on, in their lodging, if I'm looking this way, it's where my notes are, an error of law claiming that Engeron ruled under the Consumer Protection can't even read a statute, can't even read my own writing. I should have been a doctor. So an error of law or fact, and that he acted in excess of his jurisdiction. Now, remembering that, they had claimed, Trump's lawyers had claimed similar on this version of appeal. In regards to the E. Jean Carroll case, and the judge said, yeah, tough bickies get lost. Trump, in the last few days, his people or him have been trying to negotiate down the fine, and Judge Engeron has said, don't think so. Like, nothing in it for the state to negotiate it down, and I don't think Trump realises what a negotiation is. It's both sides giving something to meet in middle ground, whereas Trump's just wanting to overextend into the ruling there. Okay, so how's his appeal going to go? Let's have a look again. If you're a Trump supporter, it's not the page for you. Don't bother to comment, and I'll see you later. Feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, but don't bother to comment. Okay, let's have a look. How is Trump's appeal? Now, I was under the understanding that he had to put the money up to appeal. Okay, thank you. He had to put the money up, from what I understand, to appeal the ruling itself. But what they're doing is they're appealing sort of on the peripheral edges of it, if that makes sense. Okay. So they're not appealing the fine and the ruling itself, they're appealing the process. Oh, and what have I got there? What's turned over? Absolutely no surprises. We all know who that is, and those that are chained to him. But we've got also an ending. Now, I've also, if you look at the top there, it looks like a certain somebody facing off the American eagle. You do not take on the government. The government has bottomless pockets. What's happened is, in the past, Trump's won cases because he was up against people who couldn't financially continue with the court cases that he was bringing, or they were bringing against him. But he's now the one that's caught in the crossfires. We've got a harsh truth coming forward for him that is going to literally stop him. suspend, and he's defending himself there. So, but let's have a little bit of a further look. How is facing judgment, inevitability, like facing judgment? Let's have a look. How is this? How is Trump's appeal? Bring on Jack Smith and Alex Whiting, which is coming up before too much longer. The next one is this Stormy Daniels, the business fraud. Now, that's not a having paid a porn star case. That's a case of falsifying business records, which is really naughty. And as a split on that, that's not going to end well for him either. So don't feed into the media with their clickbaiting sensationalism. It's the fact that he paid a porn star. No, it's not. It's all about the fact that he falsified business records and was claiming it as a tax deduction, and just yet again, don't take on the government, which he did. So I want to have a look from Trump's point of view. How is this appeal against Judge Engoron? Now, this isn't against Judge Engoron's ruling. This is against Judge Engoron himself. How is this appeal going to go? How's it going to play out? Entertainment only doesn't mean I'm entertaining. I am to some degree. How's it going to play out? He's going to have to pay up some big money here, and he doesn't have it, basically. And he's losing sleep because he doesn't have it. And here we've got the IRS, the DOJ, you name it, IRS, DOJ, and Trump himself. Yeah. How's it going to play out? I'll pop that back. Big dollars that he hasn't got. So let's have a look. How is this appeal against Judge Engoron going to go? How is the appeal against Judge Engoron going to go? I feel that the immunity ruling is going to come down soon. I think Marianne from Revealing Light had it sort of within the week or something, she thought. It's going to come down soon, is what I'm getting there. Okay, come on down, let's have a look. Okay, I've got the overhead lights on, so I hope that's not too bright. It's a bit dark and dreary out there today, but it's still very warm, so muggy. The signifier card, emotionally overwhelming, and a cleansing and a new beginning being presented. But I just feel, how's it going to go for Trump? It's really emotionally overwhelming for him. I had one of my beautiful viewers, I'm just going to pop you up. One of my beautiful viewers email me this morning and saying, oh, few readers are coming out and saying Trump's going to have a health issue, stroke, heart attack, whatever. And it's like, well, put in the search, I love you, and I really appreciate the question. But if you put in the search option Trump's health, you'll see that over 12 months ago I had a vision of him being basically incapacitated in a medical facility and not making it to the selection. So feel free to go back and have a look at those readings if you haven't seen them already. But I've always seen that it's these New York cases that are the ones that are going to be absolutely for him an ego and emotionally horrific for him, triggering for him, because they're personal. They're personal. The others, the January the 6th, the selling the documents, the Georgia case, you name it, they're external from his own self-identity, if that makes sense. These New York ones that are attacking the, as he sees it, Trump org and his money, they're really personal because his ego, his sense of identity is tied up in the perception of him being this wheeling and dealing mega billionaire type dude, which he's not. Okay. Challenging this emotionally overwhelming is the changing of hands of money. This is the fine. This is the fine, and he's basically got peanuts to pay it with, is what I'm getting there. It's also exposure of money laundering as well, but I'm really getting, now wait for it, he's going to turn on his base. He's desperately trying to grift. That's why he's trying to get hold of the RNC through Lara Trump. Their monies, he's got the Save America, which is basically he's drawing on. There was a GoFundMe page that was, yeah, okay, it raised a bit, but, you know, at an interest rate of 112,000 a day, and they were getting in 25,000 a day. Just wait for it, that this is all about grifting, and he's not getting the money in. He has these ideas of big money, but it's not coming in. So just wait. It won't be long before he starts turning on his face for not supporting him enough. At the foundation, we've got the ending of the cycle, and again, staring off against the American eagle, the American government. It is an ending of a cycle for him. I don't think he's going to succeed. A harsh truth has come forward for him in the past with the Knight of Swords crowning. He's looking overseas to try and, what's he doing here? A plan coming to fruition where he's looking overseas. Is he now in a position where he's going, oh my God, how do I get out of Dodge? I've always seen that he's planning it. I don't think he'll be able to make it. He'll try, is what I've always gotten. I think he's making plans, and perhaps even the plan has been formulated. However, the immediate future is the big stick coming for him. A truth, a hard message coming for him. Externally, it's about the abuse of power and the stealing and the betrayal, and literally stealing from the government, stealing from. Now, they're claiming that it was a ruling under the Consumer Protection Statute. Well, if you're inflating the prices of your properties to be able to um, uh, uh, deceive lenders, etc. Yeah, that's need to protect the lenders, because the lenders are using consumers' money. If you're deflating to so you don't have to pay taxes, that's also doing the consumer out of monies, because other taxpayers have to cover. So it's really about the abuse of power and the steals and the betrayal and the self-sabotage. Remember, he has done this all to himself. I'm sure if you and I inherited $500 million 30, 40 years ago or whatever it was, we would have done quite nicely, thank you very much. But he's done this to himself internally. It's not going to work. He's going to find himself stopped, suspended. Basically, he's also being used, made an example of. I think this is why Judge Engeron took so long to come to a resolution, because he was just making sure it was watertight. Yeah, we've got tower moment for Trump. Tower moment. He's upside down. He doesn't know which way's up. Tower moment. Ugh. Here we've got Trump. All get south as the outcome. The ruling being upheld. Justice and complete and utter downfall. Absolutely. An ending. Oh, I mean, these two cards, I don't see that Trump is going to decease himself, become unalive prior to the election, but I really see him being totally incapacitated, and I have been for a long time now. We've got his health here, retreat due to health, secrets coming to the surface and being exposed, dirty old secrets, and then the sword of truth cutting through. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go well for Trump. Sorry about my wobbly computer there. One day I'll have my own office with an overhead camera. Wouldn't that be fabulous? Um, yeah, I don't think the appeal is going to work out for him. I'll just throw a couple of cards, just three cards. You know, it's never three. Speaking of which, I got my two new Class Peters mugs yesterday. Loving my coffee out of them in the morning. Both of them, just one at a time. Always get the big ones. What are they? 16 ounce. Okay, just show me. How's this ruling going to go for Judge Ingeron? How's this for upholding justice? How is this appeal going to go for Judge Ingeron? Is it okay? Is it going to come forth fairly quickly? Because I know I was reading the news article that it was could drag out for years. I don't see it dragging out for years. I see a decision being made really quickly. So what have we got here? Loss, heartbreak, despair. You know, to be honest, this different coloured hair, and it looks like a Trump figure here under these blades. Could also be a vascular issue. We've got a ruling coming forth here, a ruling of truth, a decree based on logic and law for Trump org. You know it's never three cards. I'll bring you down for Trump org, and it's going to come forward really quickly. I don't think it's not going to drag out, is what I'm getting. Not going to drag out, and then he's going to find himself fully exposed. Ew, yucky thought. Fully exposed. What have we got? And emotionally overwhelming and throwing under the bus due to his poor choices based on greed and addiction. And we have the ruling here. And he's going to have to pay up. But he pay up. I think he's already tried to negotiate cents on the dollar for the fine, and they've said tough bickies. Going to have to pay up. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Thank you for joining me. Love to you all. See how it plays. Take care.